Join us every Sunday for an episode of the Digital Business Forum
at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT.
This forum will feature successful, experienced digital business owners with inspiring information to help you make that informed decision about starting your own digital business. By starting your own online business, you will have more free time to take control of your life, create generational wealth, retire early, and make money from anywhere in the world with just your laptop, phone, and internet. If this resonates with you, don't miss this Sunday. Digital Business Forum. Be informed, be inspired.
Hello, welcome once again to another episode of the Digital Business Forum. Be informed and be inspired. We come here every Sunday at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. I think that's is it 3 p.m. Mountain Time?
Mountain Time, yeah.
And 5 p.m. Sorry, yeah, 2 p.m. 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And for all our friends out there in Europe, we are on usually at 9 p.m. GMT. So grab yourself a cup of coffee or whatever it is that you feel comfortable, and grab a pen and paper. We do have a wonderful host today that's sharing her journey into the digital space. We hope you can learn something from her. My name is David. I'm an advisor on cybersecurity and digital business here in the US. I'll give an opportunity my co-host, Dorothy, to introduce herself, and then we'll move on to our guest, Dorothy.
All right. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Hope you're doing great. And welcome once again to the Digital Business Forum. Be informed and be inspired. So if it is your first time to see me, my name is Dorothy Nakalema, originally from Uganda and currently in the United States. A proud digital business coach. And we always here, as David said, every Sunday, 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Back to you, David.
Thanks, Dorothy.
You're welcome.
And now our guest, let's give an opportunity our guest to introduce herself to you all, and we'll pick it up from there. So
hi, everyone. My name is Olubunmi. I go by Olu. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a registered nurse by profession, and a proud digital business owner, a mentor, and a coach. And I've been in this business for the past 4 years. And I'm so glad and excited to be here this evening. And thank you, David and Dorothy, for having me this evening. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, Olu. Thank you so much for that brief but on point introduction. Yes, I'm beginning to realize that there are a lot of professionals that are out there that have opted to do something digital or go into business for themselves. Always a registered nurse. Okay, now I'm beginning to count how many registered nurses have come here, so I can actually make a note of this. We're so glad to have you here today, Olu. Without wasting so much time, I know we have people out there that are excited to hear what you have to say. I'd like, to ask you a few, questions, just to kind of pick where you were and where your mind was at when you started this. So what really inspired you to start your digital business while working as a registered nurse? And what was going on in your life at that time? Because nursing is a wonderful profession. Of course, we know here in the US, you can make a killing if you have your experience, okay? And you're good at what you do. Very wonderful and beautiful profession, okay? People have been able to change their lives and live the American dream. So I'm wondering what was going on that, kind of pushed you into trying something different, because this is digital and the other is regular, the way we call it pushing the shift, So what happened?
Okay, thank you so much, David. Yeah, I've been a registered nurse for more than a decade now, and I really love my career to the extent that I have my own business, nursing business, that more than 9 years now that I started my own nursing business. Yes, I've been an entrepreneur for many, many years. So I have that mindset that no matter your education, when you are still working for somebody, you are building that person's empire, and they were going to just give you your paycheck, whatever that you earn by working. So the mindset that I have is that, oh, there is no matter my education, I still have to have my own business. So I have that in my mind. Then I started my own business 2016, 9 years ago. And I was doing well until COVID time. That was 2020. Before 2020, I have more than 30 nurses working with me, and I was doing well. Then when the pandemic struck at that time,
Right.
most nurses, they they said they are not working anymore. Everybody, was very anxious. We don't know what is going to happen next. Everybody stayed home. Then, by the nurses not working, I have to discharge most of my patients, and from that, my revenue declined.
I
And I
see.
have vowed to myself that I'm not going to go and work for anybody anymore. So that is when I started praying and searching that what else can I do in addition to this that
Right.
will supplement my income. Okay. And I don't want something that I will go out there to do. That time I was praying for two things: passive and residual income business.
Mhm.
So I started my researching, looking every here and there, because that time I was burnt out because I had to go back to the field in addition to my administrative work in the office. So I will work during the day, during the night, evening time. I did not have specific shifts
Right.
my company. So I was so tired, stressed. Then I prayed aggressively. I searched the internet. What can I do? Boom. I came across one video.
Right.
The video was talking about digital business. I said, what is that? And
Right.
he said it's something that you can do at the comfort of your home. I said, oh, okay. Now that people are afraid to go out, people at home. So maybe I can have that. Then I put in my name and my email. I thought I'm going to read something to see whether it's what I'm looking for. But
Right.
I didn't see anything like that. I say, oh, these people, because that time too, scammer,
Yeah,
fraudster out there. So I
Right.
was so skeptical. It took me 3 months. It took me three
very
months.
much.
So if somebody is skeptical, it's normal.
Right.
Okay. So 3 months, I said, mm-mm, I don't think this is real. Then I kept on doing what I'm doing, still continue to search. Then
Right.
one day, something, came into my mind that they are sending you emails every day. Why can't you open this email and see what is inside? And that was my
Right.
third month. Then I opened it. It happens to be on Saturday. I was at home, nothing to do at that time. So I said, let me go. Let me check it out. Then I check it out, and they said I will pay 149. I said, okay, 149 is not bad. After all, I can take, like David, I can take you out for a lunch or a dinner,
Yes.
even more
That's
than
it.
9. Then when I open it and I saw that it's refundable, I say, okay, now I have peace. That
Right.
is something I don't like. They are going to refund me. That was how I got into it. Man, what I saw, cannot
That's my
explain.
drawing.
If I should explain it, we will not leave this place. I say,
Right.
wait a minute. Is this real? If I didn't take the step further to pay 149, I will not get what is inside.
Yeah.
So what was inside shocked me. And I saw exactly what I was looking for. So if you have there, you are still doubting, this business is real. When you pay that 149, you take that step forward to pay that, you will see it, that it is real. And it's over 4 years now. And I'm
4
still
years.
enjoying it. I'm still enjoying it as if it was yesterday.
Right.
So this is a gold mine business, I will say.
Thank you
So
Wow.
so much. Yeah. Wow.
you're
Wow,
welcome.
Olu. Thank you so much for sharing that bit of your story. That reminds me many things you've spoken about, but there's one particular one that reminds me of something I watched yesterday. I watched a skit, and this was on TikTok. On TikTok was this gentleman. Uh, yes, there was this gentleman. He asked a question. He said, "What is the?" He was explaining the difference between the people that have made it, the rich and the poor. And he gave an example using backpack, a backpack. You know these backpacks we
Yeah,
use for our
backpack.
laptops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know, give me that backpack. He grabbed the backpack and shared something very interesting. He said, "If I told you that I'm selling you this backpack for $1,000, would you buy it?" So this gentleman that actually asked the question said, "Hell no, $1,000. Why would I buy a backpack for $1,000?" There you go. And then he told him, now that's where the difference is. The difference between the people that have made it and the people that are just skimming through life and lose opportunities. Because what the rich or what the wealthy people do, they ask a question, what's in it? Because you have a bag, okay? If it's $1,000, there surely
Something better
should be
than that.
something. So he says, what's inside the bag? And boom, inside the bag was $100,000. So he told him, you see, you've lost $89,000 because you just didn't ask one question. What was inside the bag? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what does that mean? What does that mean if you look at it critically? It means that we miss the value in things if we don't go the extra mile to ask what's in it. So you saw a digital business, okay?
Yeah.
They were talking about businesses. You saw something digital, and you know, they were talking about all sorts of things. You were getting mails, but the inquisitive mind in you pushed to see what was in it. You could have just left it to go or to slide by, and a lot of people do that. We all do that at some point. I'm not saying I'm any different. We do on so many opportunities. But I've taught myself one great lesson, and that's been one of the greatest achievements for me this year. I do due diligence on things. Okay. All the mail that we get in our mailboxes that we think is coming to pitch us services or solutions from banks, from all sorts of things, loans, all sorts of things. I'm just talking about the very common ones that come into our mailboxes. You know what? I just don't shred those things. Now I open them and read the detail and see what deal is in it. If they're addressing me on something, I will go ahead and read it and act from knowledge. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I just wanted to point that out and dramatize it because it reminded me of something I watched yesterday, and this is how we miss opportunities. Behold, you found yourself an interesting digital business, and you've been doing this for 4 years, and I'm sure from what you're going to tell us, you've pretty much benefited and your family from that activity and decision you made. And the other thing you mentioned that, of course, what pushed you, we were in the pandemic and a lot of things changed. Okay. A lot of
Yes.
things changed, the way we do work, but more so, people were dying. Healthcare practitioners died. Okay. Many were brave and they saved our lives. They were always going out there to work, and we appreciate the that spirit that they served. But a lot of them died, and so many feared to go to work. So also that was some kind of an experience that showed you that, hey, you might not be very safe with whatever you're doing. You might have to, think in terms of finding other opportunities. Again, reminds me something that is happening now. Okay, COVID was a bad thing, but right now there is something that is happening. We are talking about AI every day. AI is going to change the face of the way we do business, the way we work. People are not paying attention. Maybe they are, but people are not actually looking at this as a big threat. And yet, when you go and listen, when you listen to, and we're not trying to be, what do you call it, prophets of doom, saying that, hey, things are going to be bad. But here is the reality. Everybody is telling you that in 1 to 5 years, they're not saying nobody's saying in 5 years. They're not saying in 3 years. No, they're saying in 1 to 5 years. Meaning, if we're in June, we're talking next June. So in 1 to 5 years, 20% of the jobs, the way we know them, are going to disappear. People are saying these things, and we're not paying attention. People are telling you, hey, you know what, you need to add these skills on your, in your skills bag. And of course, I understand we don't know where to begin from. So many of us are not tech savvy and they don't know where to begin from. But hey, this is the time to start finding out what you have to do. So I don't want to go much into these details, but these were two exciting things. These points you made kind of brought out that in me. I was like, oh man, the pandemic, that moved you. But again, we have something now that is going to affect the way we do things. People are not listening. Then the fact that you took the audacity, or you took the next step to do the due diligence and really find out. You paid your $149. Many people are shaken off the moment they hear that you have to pay some money to do due diligence, to go and find out what the entire package looks like, how the compensation plan looks like, how the roadmap to creating generational wealth, what is in it, all these things, the products, the everything about the business. They don't want to do the full due diligence. They just want you to say or to tell them what you know, and they'll miss things. And you can't explain what 3 hours of videos can explain to a person in 15 minutes. So tell them, hey, you know what? Go do your full due diligence so you can understand what this thing is all about and act from knowledge. And they don't want to do it. The same example I gave of the $1,000 bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you so much. I would like Dorothy to say something before we can move forward, but I just wanted to make a note on those two points that you inspired me.
All right, thank you so much, actually, for this opportunity. Coach Olu was from a rat race, right? That rat. I have a friend of mine called Lillian, always tells me that, I'm just from this rat race, but I'm gonna call you back. Little did I know that she was a registered nurse, but she's always that rat race. Anyways, we put that aside. A lot of people were owning businesses. The fact is, when COVID came, most of them actually lost their businesses because, and most especially when it comes to the nursing field, some benefited, others they didn't. If you're owning a health, by that time, if you're owning a health business like anything like in health, nurses are super expensive to afford them. So you may end up 60% of my income goes to these people, and you're like, let me first pause it for a while. Anyways, so because of time, let's just how has been you building this online business over past 4 years transformed your life personally, financially, and emotionally? Because having a business for 4 years, and this is where you were owning a business before over a decade, and now you are basically you're starting a new journey from it is completely different for what
Yes.
you've been doing. I know, like financially, emotionally and personally, there's that transition. How did you go about that?
Yeah. First of all, I still own my nursing business. I still have it. Yeah. So that's what I'm telling all the professionals out there. We are not telling you to quit your professions and come to digital. No. But instead of you working multiple jobs, so stay with one and have this digital. Since digital is pure online. Okay, so it's quite different because nursing and digital. First of all, I have a lot of challenges because I'm not that good with
Technology.
technology like that. Though I use it, to do patient chatting and to do little stuff, but to go deep, that's number one. Then number two of my challenges with this digital was that I am very, very shy. So to go out there, when I saw it that, oh, we have to do videos, I said, oh my goodness, we have to do YouTube, we have to do, I say, what? So initially, I was just doing message ad, just posting like that. I didn't show my face out there. But along the line, I just look at it this way that I want to be a solution to somebody's problem. The
Right.
same way somebody became a solution to my problem that I have been nurturing. So I want to do the same thing. I said, practice make perfect. I will start this showing up my face. I will start showing it. So I started practicing. Thank God for selfie that you don't need anybody to record yourself.
There you
So I
go.
started that gradually along the line. I miss it. I start all over again. So gradually, it started flowing very well. I started showing my face out there. So to help other people. Okay. So you ask that how has it transformed my life? Oh, it has transformed my life in a big way. Because since I've been in America since 2003, I only traveled twice to Nigeria
Mhm.
before I started this business. And guess what? I've been traveling to Nigeria every year since I
Wow.
Wow.
started this business. I started 2021, I traveled 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025. I already traveled. Then without charging a credit card, without
Wow.
putting debt on myself. This business that we are talking about, this digital business has helped me financially a lot. So I travel without having any financial restriction.
Restrictions.
Yes. And besides going to Nigeria International, I have I have traveled all over, local and international. Within 5 months, I've been to Dubai with my family,
Wow.
sponsored by this business.
Wow.
December,
Mhm.
December, Christmas, I did it in Dubai with my husband. And then March, I did it with my daughter, my husband, and my sister from Nigeria to Dubai. I sponsor her from this business. And
Fantastic.
then last year, June, I traveled to Japan.
Oh, to
Was
Japan.
Oh, so you went to Japan
there.
on that
Yes,
convention.
I was there.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic. That's nice.
I also sponsor my daughter from US to Japan. Look
To
at how
Japan.
much we
Wow.
spent.
That was it was a hefty price to
Yes.
do that trip.
And
It
this
wasn't a
year
cheap
again, I
cheap trip.
went on cruise to Mexico.
Oh, even
Yes,
you made the Mexico cruise.
yes, I was there.
What?
Look at it. Emotionally, mentally, this business helped me. It
Mm-hmm.
let me to be creative too, to design stuff. I learn it through this business. So mention it. I really love it. I really love it. It has changed my life dramatically
Mm-hmm.
because I have my time.
I
The time
see.
that I don't have, I used to work in the hospital night shift. By the time I come back, I will be useless to myself because I'll be sleeping. My
Mm-hmm.
head will be pounding like
I
this.
see. Yeah.
No stress, no time. But now
Mm-hmm.
look at me. I say, what
So yeah.
does this digital business
Mm-hmm.
just for taking a leap of faith by paying my 149, and look at all the blessings, all the blessings. When I'm sleeping, by the time I wake up, I will be seeing my business, the result that my business brought for me over the night. I traveled to Nigeria, 25 checks, 28 checks, 30 checks waiting for me. Tell me what type of business or what type of job that you will do that will allow you
Gives
to
you
do
that.
those
Yeah.
things. Some people, they have the money but no time. They are
Right.
making money but no time. But our own, we are making money and we are having our time.
Same freedom. I
Can you
see.
imagine?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Look at. So
Wow.
this business is a good mine. It's very amazing. So incredible. It's something that I can recommend on and on, especially for my immigrant people. You know, we immigrants, we also have our family that depends on God, that depends on us here.
Yeah.
That is why immigrants, we are working two, three, four, even four jobs in order to help our family back home. Besides our bills
Mm-hmm.
that is so huge here in America. And without working multiple jobs, there is no way
Mm.
we can meet all these needs at the
Mm-hmm.
expense of our own welfare, at the expense of our own health. As a nurse, I know what it takes if you don't have enough sleep.
Mm.
It can
Mm-hmm.
cause many things into your life. It can cause somebody to have high blood pressure
Mm.
because you don't rest.
I
So
see.
with
Yeah.
this business, it will allow you to have it all. It will allow
Mm-hmm.
you to have it all. And especially, most especially, there is one thing that I saw in this business that I say, oh, I am going to do it. Is that generational wealth that is in there. Tell me, I don't care how long you have been working in a place, there'll be a time that they will say that, okay, you cannot work anymore. You must retire, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be giving you pension. And when you grow and pass on, that pension, they are not going to transfer it to your child or your children. But
That
in
was
our
great.
own business, you
Mm.
don't even have to reach that old age before you will start getting your pension, and the pension continues to your children, children, like that to your generation. So I
Mm-hmm.
love that. I love that legacy that we are going to leave behind for our children.
Wow.
That
Wow.
God
Thank
let it
you.
be fulfilled in this business. Yes, I
Oh my
love
God.
that.
I'm not gonna dilute anything here. I don't think I can add on anything here. But um, just a second. You are from a traditional business where you owned a dancing business for over, a decade, and this is where now you are trying to start the digital business. You mean all those years, 9, 10 years, or you are more than actually decade? You've never enjoyed the time freedom the way you're enjoying it within just a period of 4 years?
No, my sister, no. I told
Wow.
you only twice I traveled to Nigeria. And guess what? Those two times I spent just 10 days.
The two
10
times
days.
you spent 10
In
days.
total.
10 days.
Mhm.
Because I have to come back. Just
Yeah.
10 days. And look at the amount of
Without
money
no
I
income.
used to pay for my ticket and the expenses back home. One of it is when my father-in-law passed. And the second time, I was born out. You see my two legs swollen like this. I said I need to go to Nigeria to just rest. So those are the 2 times. But thereafter, I started this business 2021. My 2022 visit to Nigeria, I spent 4 weeks
Wow.
with ease.
Mhm.
The same way the following year, the following year, I spent nothing less than 3 weeks anytime I travel to Nigeria. And when I come back, checks waiting for me here.
But
Look,
before, when you were coming back, before starting the digital
There was
business,
no
what
checks.
was
There was
waiting for
work.
you?
There was work waiting for her. That's what you're
yes,
saying. No
because our
checks.
business runs
Work.
24/7.
Mm-hmm.
Our
Wow.
business runs 24/7. Even while you are sleeping, your business is working because it's on internet. As long as there's internet, your business is running. Whatever you are doing, your business will be running. But when you are working somewhere, you cannot be in 2 places at the same time.
Yeah, that's true.
You see
That's
that?
very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
But you're with this digital, you can be in multiple places at the same time.
It's a
Because when
global
you run
business.
your business to Switzerland, to Europe, to Canada, and you are here in USA,
Mm-hmm.
even to Africa, yes, anywhere, as long our business is a global business, it's all over.
wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes,
All right. Thank you so much. So thank you so much for that. Actually, that was powerful. David, do you want to add something there? I don't want to dilute this. This was powerful.
uh, yes. Well, Olu, very
yes,
interesting because the other question I had for you had something to do with how the business has transformed your family. How it has transformed um, uh, or how your family has responded to it. But of course, the transformation is um, so profound that you said you've been able to travel between the past couple of years, the 4 years, 2021 to 2025, so many times to Nigeria. And that is very fulfilling because you're born and bred. And then you tell me that, or you say that you've also been able to take your family on vacation to Dubai. You enjoyed Christmas holiday. At one point you also um, you managed to bring on your sister from Nigeria, to join you guys. And those are memories you've created. Hey
yes,
guys, look it, wherever you are, wherever you're watching from, there's no better way to put it. If somebody that has been running a brick and mortar business,
Mhm.
the way she explains, and at some point she says she was employing close to 30 nurses.
Says yeah.
But yes, but get somewhere and feels like, you know what, things are changing and things are changing fast. Okay. They try on something digital, and you can, if you compare the 10 years and the 4 years, she's saying, man, the transformation in these 4 years has been awesome, because I see this transformation in my personal growth because it was camera shy. You mentioned you just couldn't even go before the camera, but you started slowly because it took that you have to appear on some social medias, and then you started with selfies slowly. Now here you are, you're doing a digital show with us, so that's great transformation in 4 years.
yes,
But
oh, yes, oh,
yeah, this is big. So
Yeah.
besides you being able to even accept and say, hey, you know what, guys, I'll join you, I'll come and share my story, so that if there's anybody out there that can pick a
Yeah.
leaf
Like
or
get
learn something,
inspired. Hmm.
my story could inspire. I look at that and appreciate and say thank you for doing that, and for whatever it is. I mean, for what you've said, I don't want to um, dilute, but also I would like to say this about the point you made on generational
Wow.
wealth. You know,
mm,
so I emphasize some of these points not because you didn't say them the way other people should hear them, but just to make sure that they pick these keynotes.
Hmm.
There are businesses we do, and they will go as far as we can push them. But then
Yeah.
you find some businesses give you an
As far
opportunity.
as you're alive, they will go. But once you're
Yes.
gone,
And then the
everything
other
stops.
businesses you can do that will give you an opportunity to share that wealth
Yes.
beyond your lifetime.
Mm.
Now, if there's anything for anybody to learn about today's session and digital businesses,
Mhm.
spend 149 US dollars risk-free, just as she mentioned, because it's refundable anyway. If you're gonna do this,
Mm-hmm.
if you discover the business, I mean, you're not cut out to do this kind of business, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You can reverse the transaction. 149 will go back to your account, no questions asked, and that will be the end of it. But for what it's worth, go and find out how you can actually generate this generational wealth. Because
Mm.
about businesses and running a digital business, you probably have an idea or two, but I
Mhm.
bet you don't have an idea on how creating generational wealth in this opportunity is done. And for what it's worth, remember the analogy of it's not even an analogy, it was an example I gave you of the skit I watched yesterday of the other bag.
$1,000.
Yes, I'm bringing back the bag idea
Mm-hmm.
for $149 risk free.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure it out. The choice is yours. You don't necessarily have to do the business, but at least go and find out what some people are doing and what kind of opportunities are out there for you
Mm-hmm.
to create something that you can pass on. I want to be honest with you. That's what pulled me in. Personally, that's what pulled me in because I do consulting, okay, in cybersecurity. That's what I do. I love it. I've done it for years. I continue to do it. Yes, as you said, you continue to do your nursing business because you love it. That's your profession, and you're quite passionate about it. But I I ventured into this because there was something that I saw
Yeah.
that I couldn't create with cybersecurity.
Yep.
You must have the knowledge, the skill, and the love for what I'm doing in cybersecurity to say that you're going to continue running it as a business. But again, it is limited to borders. It's not a global business. I'm doing it here. I don't know what kind of opportunities it would open. I might be wrong, but in as far as it's structured, I'm doing it locally. But this digital business, like I said, is global. And it's something you can do in the comfort of your home. You can do it in your kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So, and your kitchen, I'm not saying a rented kitchen. It could be in anywhere. Anywhere you can have a kitchen. You can just choose, I'm doing digital in my kitchen while I'm preparing a meal for my family. And you can actually run the business. So
Yes.
just do
Anywhere.
anywhere. So do yourself the favor and do that full due diligence and come back to tell us a story. And I'm sure you'll have a story to tell. So, Olu, I'm going to shoot a
Just a
question.
second, David, before you
Yes,
proceed.
please.
I wanted to understand something here from our guests. As a wife and a mom of two grown-up, children, and how did your family respond to your decision? Because, like, let's leave out how it has, like, it impacted
Benefited.
them today, because that was answered already. But, as a wife and a mom of grown-up, children, when they see you going to, like trying to get another path, they're like, oh, what is really going on? I've faced a lot of most of my mentees whereby they're like, oh, my husband is saying this, my husband. So for your kids, how did you handle that? Because I think it has ever been there.
Okay. Thank you for that question. I said earlier on that I have a business mindset.
Uh-huh.
So when I came to this country, I've done series of businesses that did not work.
Oh,
I've
nice.
done Mary Kay, Avon, Momentis, Usana, and Five Links. All
Oh,
these, they are pyramid businesses, and it's all crashed. I maxed my credit card, and because some of them every month there's a amount of products that you have to be buying every month. You must meet that
Some
target.
the deadline.
Yes. And all of these businesses crashed. And my husband said no to any business in this house. No, no, no,
No
no.
more.
Yeah, I see.
So but for my this nursing, that one we are dealing with government.
Mhm,
So we are not selling, we are
mhm.
providing services, and it
Yeah.
Right.
is government that we are dealing with.
Mhm,
So he is pleased with that.
mhm.
When I saw this one, I couldn't tell him because he said no.
I
And
see.
I am the one that is carrying the burden of going to cover, done this, do that. I
Mhm.
said, this is my personal decision. I couldn't tell.
You had a zip on your mouth.
I just sip it. And guess what? One day we sat down together on YouTube and we saw Abolade advertising. And I already started at that time. And he told me, I see that you are looking. No, you are not doing that. So what you have now is okay. The nursing business is okay. So don't look
Don't.
at them.
Oh, look.
Don't look at them. And guess what? I already started.
Ah,
I said, how am I going to? But this business proved itself.
wow.
Yes.
There was a day he was the one that picked up the mails,
I see.
10
So
checks,
Mm-hmm.
10 checks. And he asked me question, who are these people sending you checks?
oh my goodness.
Yes, and that was the day I came out because I have something to show for it.
I see the business. You have the proof. Like the business
Yes,
proved it.
the
Wow.
business proved
That's
itself
powerful. That's a testimony.
boldly. I said,
Mm.
there's something that, you know, I've been doing. I let him know that I've been doing, and I did my research very well. This one is not a pyramid.
Oh yes.
It is
Mhm.
Mhm.
not. I let him know that. And look at it. And most of the time, up till now, he's the one
Now
picking
encouraging
up
you.
the checks.
Oh yeah.
Guess what? He is
Now he's
in.
interested in the
He
check.
is in now. And
Oh,
one of
he's
my
in the business now.
yes, and one of
Wow!
Oh,
my
Congratulations to
is
him.
inside. Look
that's
at,
interesting.
Uh-huh.
look at.
I love that. You let the business to speak
Yes,
for you, so you don't have to speak.
yes.
And wow, that's
Mm-hmm.
interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. The reason actually why I put this question out there is for our viewers out there, and some of the mentees who are struggling, to start up their business because of the partners.
Mm.
If the business is real, let the business pick. Let
Yeah,
it
it is
pick
real.
itself. Okay, it will prove right. That is the same thing happened to me. People around me, nobody knew that I'm starting this business. And those who knew, I think there's one person who was like, I need to first see your first check before I start the business. I'm like, okay, wait for it. He just saw me transforming, quitting my job, firing my boss, and
You
he's like,
see?
wait a second, can you tell me how can I start this business? So I love our business that we leave the results to talk for us. We don't have to talk.
Mm.
All right. So thank you so much for that. And back to
You're
you, Dave.
welcome.
All
You're welcome.
right. Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you, Dorothy. That's a very it came in handy,
Yeah.
for people to kind of know that there can be challenges, especially if you've been squandering family resources. Olu, you are squandering our family resources doing businesses that are failing. So we worry and say, what are you doing?
Oh, no more.
No
No
more.
more, no more squandering family resources. So anyway,
Yes,
I
no
like
more.
yeah, I like that. You realize how sensitive that was, and said, you know what, this time round, um, I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna first get the results before I can say anything. Otherwise, they
Yes,
would have stopped you. There's
yes.
no way
That's
you
what I
come
did.
5 times, you're failing. You come another
Mm.
time and hope to find that kind of support. People are
Yeah.
skeptical, and of course, people think they're helping you, and of course,
Mm.
they'll say, "But you know what? You've already lost so much money in these ventures. What are you still looking for?" But well, I, I give you the praise that you, because of your mindset, you have
Yeah.
the mentality and the mindset to do business. So you have the resilience. You have what it takes
Never giving up.
to, yeah, because you've been punched left and right. Those are many punches. Those are many punches that some people get punched once. They spend money, 6,000 US
Mhm.
dollars, and when they go down, they say, "Oh my goodness, I lost money. I'm not going to do anything business again.
Yeah.
Again, nothing, never.
Yeah.
Once, one strike." But you have like 5 strikes,
Mhm.
but you still said, "You know what? I still need to find
I'll
something,
not give up.
and I still have to find something digital after failing so many times." I applaud you, and thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. I hope somebody out there is has been listening or is going to listen to this, and it will help them make um, these kinds of changes in their lives as well. I do have another question for you.
Okay.
What was the biggest fear you had before starting, and how did you overcome it? Because of course I know, of course, after getting these many punches, you find
Mhm.
this, you do your due diligence, you jump in, but still, I don't know, somewhere along the way, what were those um fears you had while you were doing this?
My biggest fear is that hey, I hope this one will not be like the
The others,
previous 5 that I
Mhm.
right?
have done in the past. And
Mm,
also, I didn't tell anybody. It's still within myself. And
Mhm.
I was just praying that God help me with this. So with that, I took my time because we have a training, step-by-step training. I
mm,
took time to study,
mm,
to know it, because we have to learn first before you earn. Because when
right,
you know it very well, you'll be able to do it perfectly. Then another challenges that I have is that to show my face out there.
Yeah.
mm,
Yes. So they said, we have to have a business page and we have to be posting 3 times a day. We have to show our faces. I say, wow, hey, how am I going to show my face out there? How am I going to run hard? How am I to even let people know? Because the previous one, I called people that I know. I did one market and it did not work. How am I going to go back to them and prove to them that this worked?
This one is working. Yeah.
That God, let this one work. So that was my fear, that God, let this one work so that I'll be able to go out there to tell people that it is because it's a good business. The stability is there for
right.
this our business. So I was able to open my mouth and brag anywhere
You
about
see the results.
business.
Did you not have any fears that it might cause a conflict in
Mhm.
your relationship with your husband after warning you and telling you
And then,
don't, and here you was spending money.
oh, David, unless you don't know the power of success, I is he remembering that I ever wanted you to do it?
Ah,
I
man.
don't think so. Anyways.
Anyway, thank you for sharing, Olu. Dorothy, do you have anything to add on, or you can just go ahead and ask the last question? I see we are running out of time.
Okay.
You know,
All right. Thank
yeah,
you. So I'm not gonna add on it actually. Anyways, it's like when we are doing businesses, most especially like our guest said that she tried a lot of other businesses, and then she was like, is this not the same? That whereby you're killing your trust, you know from other people. You're like, okay, I did this has failed, I did this, so now how will I go back and tell them now is this one? one of my um one of my mentees is like, oh, I was introducing this business to somebody, one of my friend, I think is, they really need it according to what they are going through with the family. And then she's like, oh, you're back again because of
Mm.
eventually this to me did work. And now you're back again. And then within 1 year down the road, then she was looking for her. She's like, you know what? I'm seeing you consistently, I'm seeing the results, I'm ready to start.
Mm.
And I'm afraid, me myself, I actually afraid to start a business which is non-sustainable. I always tell people, doing due diligence, it's really helping you a lot to make that informed decision, to do your due diligence, to see this business, it has been there for how long, how does it work. Those things
Mm.
helps a lot, because anything you're going into, even if you're introducing it to somebody, they will know, like, yes, when something is coming from Dorothy, that's real, because we know all the opportunities she's bringing out to us.
Mm.
So now, what would you say to another working professional who feels unfulfilled, but afraid to start or to take the first step into something new?
Okay, what I will just say is, is to just take a leap of faith. In this world, everything is risk. We take risk every day.
Yeah.
For you to leave your house and go out is a risk. Life itself is a risk.
Mm-hmm.
So look at women, look at the pain during the labor.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to say that, okay, because of that pain, I'm not going to have a child anymore? No more, no more children because of the past pain. No, before you see it, the woman is
Oh,
pregnant again.
yes, pregnant again.
Before you know it, the woman is pregnant again.
Uh-huh.
If we professionals can look at it at that way,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and just take a leap of faith, check it out, look at it, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what I did with
Mm-hmm.
duly, you know, diligence. Look at everything. With that, you can, because you never know if it is what your life is waiting for.
I see. Yeah.
Especially in this country, the more you work, the more taxes you pay. And at the end of the day, it doesn't worth it. But if you have a business, no matter how small it is,
Mm-hmm.
this country, it will make a big difference. So just step out from your comfort zone
Mm-hmm.
and take a leap of faith and do it. Look at this business. You are not alone in there. You'll be assigned a mentor and a coach. You are not alone. And we have a big community that will also support you. So that's another fear that some people has, that, oh, I don't think it's for me. I'm not tech savvy. It's just as if you are
Mm,
watching a movie. It's video, it's step by step, and it's user friendly. It's well explanatory. Our training, so you are not by yourself. Another fear of some people is, I don't think it's real. Man, this business is real and it's legitimate. We register with the Secretary of State where you are living in, and also you register with IRS. At the end of the year, you get your 1099. There's nothing hidden in this business. It's very transparent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it is
yeah.
legit. So those are the fear of some people. In my team, I
Mm-hmm.
have people that have never used computer before, and I
Mm-hmm.
let them know that it's doable. Come, get your laptop, mouse, and I train them on how
Mm-hmm.
to use it. And now, they
They're
are
running a
very,
business
They're pro.
yes, because
because there's
they
training.
learn another skill in
Mm-hmm.
there besides business.
I see.
So there's
Well.
nothing to fear about in this business. Just get out of your comfort zone,
Comfort
go
zone.
out there and possess your possession. Yes.
Wow. That's so nice. Thank you so much for that submission. Actually, there is something most of people they ask, like, what advice can you give our viewers out there, for those who are like, oh, why do I have to pay 149? Why do I need to pay money? Why don't you just tell me what this business about?
It's all about.
What advice can you tell them?
Yes. People ask that question, that how come I will pay 149? Huh. 149, with that 149 you get a package, access to know everything from A to Z about this business. And another thing is, if you know that it's not meant for you, because this business, not everybody will do it,
That's
no
true.
matter the amount of money you are making there. No. Yes. So that is why I love this, my business. When you look at it, you check it out, and you still say that, oh, it's not meant for me, they give you your 149 back easily, immediately. They return your 149. It's
And that's the
refundable.
truth. The truth is, nobody has ever failed to get that refund. Nobody. There's no one
Even
that I
we have
know.
seen people that get it and they come back.
And they come back.
Yes, and
Yes,
yes, they
and
ask
they
for a
get it,
refund
they come back.
after 2 weeks. They pay again.
Some
Like,
of them they even spend a year and they paid again. And
Yes.
unfortunately, for my experience, everybody who pays and make a refund and then they come back when they've lost their job.
Yeah.
I mean, like, then how are you going to start a business? You need capital, you know.
I talked to somebody, that person regretted that she got a refund, and 3 years after she came back to this business. He said, my regret is that I did not start that time. I don't know what do me that did not let me to start.
yeah, because after all, they think that it's a scam or it's one of those pyramid schemes,
Pyramids,
and
yeah,
they think that maybe if you give it a year or so, it will
it will go, yeah,
probably go. It will go away.
disappear.
But then
Yeah, yes.
they have that
Because
fear.
there are some businesses like that out there
Yes.
that it will come like that, like this,
Yeah.
1 year,
But
2 years. It just
But for me
disappears.
again, I
So
think
maybe that is their fear.
yeah, Olu, you know what I'm thinking? I
Yeah.
think because they haven't done enough research. You
Yeah,
know, when
yeah.
you when it's your time to do that due diligence, just go as deep as the rabbit hole goes so that you understand this thing. You'll do the due diligence on what the of course that package will show you a compensation plan, the roadmap to building generational wealth, the products itself, services, and all these things that are embedded within the business, and how all its processes, everything. But remember, you also be added to a community of at least over 200,000 business owners that are doing this business, that have done this for years. This is your opportunity to be in that group and ask all sorts of questions and see what they're doing, and also be able to tell that actually this business has been here for at least 50 years. The companies that we're dealing with have actually stood the test of time. It's not anything shaky. That's what the 149 gives you. So for somebody who has paid 149 and they didn't and they didn't understand or kept skeptical, I believe, or I would pardon somebody who has paid 149 and they came back and said it's not for me. I would say that's a good decision. Okay, don't move forward if you're not cut out to do it.
Yeah.
But for somebody who tells me that I've paid 149, I still don't understand what the business is all about. But you have been added to a community of 200,000
You even
business
have a
entrepreneurs.
personal mentor and a coach.
You have a personal mentor. You have a coach. You haven't still. You don't understand what this thing is all about. Again, and you come back after 1 year and pay again so you can do a business that I just feel like no. It must have
I
been
think by
something
that
else.
time they still have the employee mindset.
I think it's something else. But you just can't say that you didn't understand.
Yeah.
You know,
You
because
know,
you have
having
all
an
the
employee
resources. You have
mindset,
all the resources.
yeah, you know, David, having an employee mindset, it's very difficult to start things like
Yes.
you know people you get to know when you see this, most people they might say, how much do I have to pay and how much do I have to earn? They don't think about what do they have to do to earn.
Of course.
You get the point? So that is you know, when you come with that kind of employee,
how soon do I start to earn?
Yeah, even me, some people, once they ask me that question, sometimes I tell them it's not your business. It's not a business you can do. Trust me, because at the end of the day, you're not going to understand because you are not yet there. I think change is not yet on your door. The day change will knock your door, that's when you will realize that, okay, I don't need to depend on somebody. I don't need somebody to dictate my income. I need to start control my life, control my future, live on like you living on your own terms. There's no way you can do that if somebody's still dictating your income. But if you're out there and you're still asking, some people, tell us, why don't you tell us all before we pay? We are not the one to make for you the decision. You need to make
Yes.
your own decision, and
Your
that
own
is
decision. Yes, yes.
put mine for the way you go and pay a lawyer for a consultation fee before you even pay the case fee. What
And
do you
look
have
it,
to pay 140? What do you have to
hey,
pay a consultation fee to a
hey,
lawyer?
Dorothy, look it. There's no way you can expect somebody to explain to you course content
Mhm,
that takes a doctor 5 years
mhm,
to crunch,
mhm.
and you want them to explain to you how to treat a human being. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Mhm.
So maybe that is too much of it's way out
Yeah.
of reach, and an example I've given. But I can't give you, if it took that company
Mhm,
3-hour videos to explain their processes, what makes you think that the 15 minutes I have with you on a call is going to give you everything you need to know about the
No,
business?
no.
It means I'm going to miss things
mhm.
that could have been actually key to your decision. Remember what I told you about what ticked it for me?
Mhm.
I've done businesses all my life, and I know business is a curve. It's never a straight line. Things are on and things are off. Some days are good, some days are bad. But when days are really good, they can really be good.
Wow.
But now here is the thing. It wasn't about how much money am I making, but it was about certain things about the business. I said, this is an opportunity to start creating generational wealth. I want to understand how that works, because that was not anything I was hearing anywhere. For me, that was the thing. I said, what do these guys do where you can leave something for your loved ones in case God calls you for dinner? For me, that was it. But you see, how could you have explained, how could anybody have explained that to me in 15 minutes? They would have told me about the compensation plan, the products, the businesses, what I'm going to do, and that kind of thing, and missed out an element that for me was more important than everything else I was hearing. Because I'm in technology, we make some money in technology, you know. We wake up every day, we are in an innovative location here in Northern California. Things change and things come, and there's work to do. So we make some money.
Mhm.
But then you have to be in the same place and time to make that money. And things end with you.
Yeah.
If you're in technology and my family, nobody does technology, that technology will end with me. You know, and these are the things I'm thinking about. I'm like, I think I'm running a business or a practice, but it ends with me. So what can I do that I can also be able to pass on? That you don't need very specialized knowledge. You don't have to be that tech savvy. You don't have to be an expert at something, but you can go through training. You have mentorship, you have coaching, you have communities, business community, and you have a process. If I could plug into something like that, then I have my eureka moment. And to me, that was it, you know? So don't expect that somebody is going to explain a 3-hour course in 15 minutes on a phone call.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's why
true.
they push you to go and do your own due diligence, try to get the most out of it, and decide whether it's something you're cut out to do. And if it's not anything for you, then yes, you can start reversing the process, get your 149 back, and live life the way it was before you paid the 149. That's how I look at it. Thank you, Olu, really, for sharing your experience. It was really
You're welcome.
yeah, it was an interesting time spent together. I don't
Yes.
know whether, Dorothy, you have anything to add on. Otherwise, I would like
I don't
us
think
to.
we've stretched our guest today. It's almost an
Okay.
hour. Yeah, let's just end it. All right.
Olu, I know you're in the US. Where exactly are you?
Oh, are you coming to a convention, June?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's go there.
Yeah.
Okay. You're coming to San Diego.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes.
Okay, we'll
So
see
by
you in
God's
San
grace.
Diego.
Yes.
Actually,
where
our viewers out there, just a second, David. Our viewers out there on 22nd this month, we are not going to be live. We have a convention starting from 19th of
19.
June
Oh,
to 22nd. So
yes.
22nd, we are not going to go live. We will be meeting with our online, entrepreneurs, and hope to see you, Coach Olu, there, right?
Yo, yes.
All right,
Yes.
you, David.
yes. So anyway, coach, mine was simple. I was just wondering which part of the US you are.
Oh, Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, you're in Columbus, Ohio.
Yes.
Ah, I've been to Cleveland
Oh, yeah, in Ohio.
twice. I've been to Cleveland twice.
Okay.
Beautiful place, but it gets cold.
Yeah.
If you're used
Yes,
to
it's cold.
if,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
cold.
if you're used to the weather in
Mm.
California, oh my goodness, anytime you
So
go out there.
where are you in US?
We are in Northern California.
Northern California.
California,
Oh,
yeah.
California.
On the east, yes, on the west coast.
Where in California?
San Francisco
No,
side.
San Francisco, in the San
San
Francisco Bay
Francisco.
Area. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And you, Dorothy?
Yes, the same.
They are
Okay.
both in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
my son was there for 9 years at UCLA, Los
Oh, he
Angeles.
was in LA.
Yeah, he was
That
there.
is Southern
Yeah,
California.
for his medical school.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yes. So now he's
Wow,
in
9 years? That's a
Boston
long
now.
time. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yes.
So
Oh,
we visit there frequently.
actually,
Oh,
Coach,
that's
Okay,
good.
all
Los
to the fact
Angeles.
that Coach, to the fact that you spoke to your son, you're a mother of about 23 years plus, children. When you were trying to start your business, have you ever thought of, oh, let me start this business for my parents? And what advice do you give parents who have that mindset to start to start a business for them, for their kids, when they're just the one, giving?
We've lost you, Dorothy.
Yeah, you are muted.
You're
Okay.
muted.
Oh, can you see me? Sorry. And
Yeah.
what advice can you give the parents out there whereby they're not doing the business, but they're trying to like force their children to do it because they know, oh, it's successful, but me, I cannot do it, but I know you can do it.
Yeah. So my children, both of them, they know that I'm a business person. So, and I also have been training them to become one, no matter their education, to make sure they have business. So, and all my friends, they have emulate me from there. They to their children, some of them, their children are also in this business.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
That's wonderful.
yes. Yeah, because children of 18 years and above, they can also
They
do
can do
this
it. Yes.
business. Yes. Even one of my friends, we went to Japan with our daughter. So our daughter attended that convention.
Convention.
And by coming back, the daughter joined the business
Wow.
because of what she saw there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that we can, encourage our children
Mm-hmm.
to be part of it. Not to wait. Somebody mentioned that we parents, when you have children over 18 years, try to encourage them to join. Don't let them wait until you grow and you pass on and you pass it to them. Let them to have their own. Let them own
Yeah.
their own.
Mm-hmm.
So that was what inspired me, that I make me to encourage my daughter to also join. My
Wow.
daughter has a master's in public health, and she's also doing this business.
Oh, that's
Fantastic.
encouraging. That is great. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Back
Thank
to
you
you.
so much. Thank you so much, Coach Olu. Thank you for showing up.
Welcome.
Those, yeah, with that, I think I would like to conclude today or tonight's show. Dorothy, is there anything you'd like to go through before I can close this?
the comments, I think we are late. We are
Okay.
late. So, guys, we are so sorry. We will go through the comments next. Let me see. This is called Real Gift Lydia. Hello, everyone. And then we have Dozy watching from Boston. A real gift. You're right. I think we are discussing something, and it seems what I'm going through now.
True.
Oh,
Now you must have struck a
oh,
nerve somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh,
must have said
sorry.
something. Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
good you're
Start
here,
your own
so you're
business
learning
for
something.
sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I really want to start my own business for sure. That's true. That's a way to go. Quite encouraging. Thank you, Sarah. Hey, Sarah says thanks for sharing your journey. All right, that's that you for sharing. I think
For
thank you for
sharing
sharing. Yeah,
your
your
experience and journey.
experience and journey in this online business. Oh, thank you so much, Coach Olu. I think everybody's giving you kudos here. Keep watching this and take action. Thank you. And then Sarah
Life is
says,
about learning
life is
every
about
day.
learning every day. That's true. That's the reason, even as to why some doctors you find them on Google, yet they graduated already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dorothy, I think let me just point out this.
Okay.
Real Gift Lydia, wherever you're watching, please go in the description. Okay. Whichever page you're on, go to the description. There is a link. There is a link. You can get in touch. You can get in touch. You can get in touch or inbox, and yeah, we can help you start that journey by sharing some information, and then you'll have to do your own due diligence at some point. We'll share those resources, and then you can see whether this is something you're cut out to do as well. So you're welcome. All right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you're watching, thank you for joining us. We hope to see you again next weekend. Just as Dorothy mentioned, we won't be here on the 22nd, but next weekend we'll
22nd.
be
Yeah.
here.
Yes.
Yeah. So 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, 5 p.m. Sorry, 2 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard.
Yeah.
3 p.m. Mountain Time,
And
5
5
p.m.
p.m. Eastern Time.
Eastern Time from the East Coast, like Olu. And then for our people, for friends in Europe,
Europe.
we are looking at 9 p.m. GMT. So thank you for joining us tonight. See you next time, and bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Join us every Sunday for an episode of the Digital Business Forum
at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT.
This forum will feature successful, experienced digital business owners with inspiring information to help you make that informed decision about starting your own digital business. By starting your own online business, you will have more free time to take control of your life, create generational wealth, retire early, and make money from anywhere in the world with just your laptop, phone, and internet.